Unit 2. Get it better. Hey, it's me again. Did you manage to unlearn something this week? Did you make space for the exciting new possibilities? Was it scary? Fear is an excellent indicator that you are out of your comfort zone. Have you heard this phrase a lot? It means doing something that feels unfamiliar, but it can lead to so many great experiences. Now, speaking of new experiences, I want to introduce you to the next step of the process we began together. It's called relearning. Unlearning and relearning are two sides of the same coin. While unlearning opens up space in your mind and schedule, relearning is what actually takes you closer to your goal. In this chapter, we're going to explore relearning, how it complements unlearning, and how to go about it. By the end of it, you'll have a better understanding of how relearning is connected to adaptability, and will have some ideas about how to practice it in your life.
In this unit you are going to understand why relearning is important in personal and academic growth. Discover the benefits of lifelong learning and how relearning can help you stay competitive in today's world. Identify the obstacles that hinder you from relearning and learn ways to overcome them. Incorporate relearning as an essential part of developing a growth mindset. Learn practical techniques for relearning, such as self-reflection, self-assessment, and seeking feedback from peers and mentors. By the end of the unit you will understand the concept of relearning and its importance in personal and academic growth. Discover the benefits of being able to relearn consciously. Learn how to consciously practice relearning by revisiting past projects or assignments and improving them using new knowledge or techniques. Relearning is the process of learning something again in a different way. It involves taking a fresh approach to something you thought you already knew, and challenging yourself to learn it again in a new way. This can be really helpful if you want to improve your skills or change the way you think about something. For example, if you've been playing basketball for a long time but want to improve your technique, you might need to relearn how to shoot or dribble in a new way. It can be challenging because it requires letting go of old habits and being open to new ideas, but it can also be really exciting to see yourself make progress and learn new things. Relearning is not just about improving your skills, but also about developing a growth mindset that embraces learning and development as something that happens to you throughout your whole life. By relearning, you can keep your sense of curiosity and a willingness to try new things, which can help you adapt to new situations and challenges. And more, relearning can help you overcome barriers that you already have to learning, such as fear of failure, which to be honest, we all have. So, how does relearning work? We believe that the way it happens in the brain is based on strengthening neural pathways that already exist. Imagine paving a totally new way in the forest or using an already existing one even if it's not in the perfect condition. It's still easier, right? Well, the brain is really smart, so it doesn't waste any effort. This makes it easier to recall and apply the knowledge that you take with you on that path in the future. Brainiacs suggest that the more times you practice and retrieve information from your memory, the more likely it is to stick. Relearning can help you reinforce what you already knew but had forgotten, making it easier to retain the lost information and build on it. This is especially important for people like you who are still developing your cognitive abilities. Another important aspect of relearning is the concept of metacognition, or what we normal people call thinking about your own thinking. When you relearn something, you are not just repeating the same thinking over and over again. You also reflect on the process of learning. You identify strategies that can help you to do it more effectively. This can involve analyzing your own performance, seeking feedback, and experimenting with different learning techniques to find what works best for you. As stated before, relearning also encourages people to adopt a growth mindset. This is the belief that intelligence and ability can be developed over time with practice and hard work. It is a great thing to have, and you are going to learn more about it in the next module. But just keep in mind that by believing in yourself and keeping your sense of curiosity, something we already recommended in the previous unit, you will find it all too easy to adapt to new situations and challenges. I hope that by now you are asking yourself, okay, but how do I do it? Where do I start? Well, I am glad you asked. Chances are, you have already practiced relearning. This is not a new strategy for your brain. But you can make the most of it by doing it consciously. So, to start improving your already existing relearning skills, you can 1. Revisit a past project or assignment. Go back to a project or assignment you did in the past and try to improve it by applying new knowledge or techniques. Like a game of chess where you play against yourself, chess is a great example of a game where you constantly unlearn and relearn. Reread a book or article. Rereading a book or article you've already read may not sound like the most exciting thing to do, but it can actually be a really helpful practice for improving your memory and learning skills. By going back and reading something you've already read before, you are giving your brain a chance to reinforce the information and make new connections. Think of it like watching a movie for the second time. You might pick up on things you missed the first time around or appreciate certain scenes in a new way. The same goes for rereading a book or article. You might notice new details or connections between ideas that you didn't see before. Plus, rereading can also help you to build a stronger foundation of knowledge in a particular area. If you're studying for a test or trying to learn more about a specific topic, rereading can help you to retain the information better and make it easier to recall later on. One helpful tip is to take notes as you read. This can help you to stay engaged with the material and identify key ideas or themes that you want to remember. You can also try summarizing what you've read in your own words, which can help you to solidify the information in your memory.
Teach someone else. Teaching someone else what you know is a great way to reinforce your own knowledge and identify areas where you may need to relearn. You can try teaching a younger sibling or friend a skill. Have you ever heard of the Feynman technique? It's a learning method developed by physicist Richard Feynman, and it involves teaching someone else about a topic in order to reinforce your own understanding. Teaching someone else is a great way to solidify your own knowledge and identify areas where you may need to relearn. When you're teaching, you have to break down complex ideas into simpler terms, which can help you to better understand the material yourself. One way to practice the Feynman technique is to choose a topic you've learned in school. This could be a maths concept, a history lesson, or even a cooking recipe. The important thing is to break down the information into manageable pieces and explain it in a way that someone else can understand. As you're teaching, pay attention to areas where you may stumble or struggle to explain something. This can be a sign that you need to relearn or review that particular concept yourself.
As you're teaching, pay attention to areas where you may stumble or struggle to explain something. This can be a sign that you need to relearn or review that particular concept yourself. Collect your next 3 tests that have any mistakes. Take note of your mistakes and make a list of the lessons they are connected to. Find those lessons and write down a plan to tackle them, so you don't repeat those mistakes. Feel free to look for help in the form of an online platform, like Khan Academy, or an experienced adult, mentor, teacher, parent, etc. After you have written down your strategy of what and how to tackle, set a time limit, by the end of the day, by the end of the week, month, etc. for you to handle every step on your list. Find another person and share your list with them. Ask them to help you by reminding you and by asking about your progress from time to time. At the end of the final due date, take a good look at your results and most of all, at your achievements. Did thinking and learning from your mistakes help you? Do you think that you understand relearning better now? Would you like to try something to help your brain embrace it as a great approach to life? I hope you've said yes, because I am going to suggest you do something that you have definitely heard before. The difference is that now you are going to be using it deliberately and with the intention to improve your adaptability skills. Have you actually tried journaling before? Yes, we all know that it can be a great dump for emotional days, but it can also become your most powerful tool to reflect on your experiences. How does it help you relearn? Well, let me tell you. In order to use it for relearning, you still need to record your day. You can do it by drawing, writing, or even by recording yourself in a voice message or a video. But this time, after you do it, I want you to go back, take a good long look at your day and actually take notice of the things that you could have done better. Underline them using a colored pen. Green works great for this. After you are done, write down below, I want to learn how to better do. And list everything you need there. But do not stop with this. Start your next day by making a plan using those bullets you wrote. Start by recording this. Today I am going to learn how to. Journaling is like one of those long-release vitamin C pills. The longer you do it, the better effect it has, but it can work even if you do it for 3 days. Starting and ending the day consciously makes all the difference, I promise. Relearning is an important part of growing up and getting smarter. It means looking at things you already know in a new way, and being open to new ideas and ways of doing things. When you relearn, you can get better at things you already know, and also learn new things that can help you in school and in life. In today's world, things change all the time, so being able to relearn is a really useful skill to have. Relearning also means being able to accept honest feedback and use it as an opportunity to grow. It can be intimidating, but with practice, it can become much easier. This is a great skill for anyone of any age. It is a never-ending process that should be taken with respect and lots of self-love. But the possibilities it can offer to you are virtually endless.